Hey everybody, this is Mr. Kitson here. I will be your son or daughter's science teacher this year. I have 6 different periods of the same exact class. We call it iCAP, Physical Science. This is a class that in the past few years has been taught as a blended class, Physical Science and Algebra 1. But obviously due to social distancing guidelines and whatnot, we had to separate Coach Recker and I's classrooms. So your students will either have Mrs. Deutsch or Mr. Recker for algebra, and then they'll all have me for physical science. And generally, that is a blended class where we teach algebra and physical science at the same time. We will do some algebra skills, actually quite a bit in this class, because science a lot of the time depends on data. And we're trying to figure out and investigate how the world works. We're going to generally be making measurements. We have to be able to analyze those measurements. We have to see if there's trends in those measurements. So there are a lot of crossover relationships between science and math. And in this case, there's a great correlation between physical science, which is essentially the study of physics and chemistry, and its correlation to Algebra 1. So the students will get some extra math, Algebra 1 skills and practice in this class for science. It's just going to be kind of more on the scientific level. So we're going to kind of teach them how to take scientific data and try to figure out if there's math trends within that data to help us try to explain a conclusion for a question that we've been asked. Mainly the class will, like I said, be focused on chemistry and physics, just basic entry-level chemistry and physics. So we'll be doing structures of atoms, how atoms bond together, when atoms do bond together, what combinations of elements are present, what elements are present determines the specific types of physical and chemical properties those types of materials have. And then we'll be even talking about the uses of those specific combinations of elements in chemical bonds and chemical reactions. On the physics end of it, we'll be talking about motion and forces mainly, and energy. So those are the main topics that we will be covering in iCAP Physical Science this year. My email is j_Kitson, Kitson, at VWCS.net. If you ever need me for anything, please don't hesitate to get a hold of me. If there's something that I can do for you or your student, I'm more than willing to do everything that it takes to make sure that they achieve all the things they need to achieve. Let's have a great year and go Cougars.